Hello everybody, this is Volcanic Game and we are here with our first episode of the New York Jets franchise. And this video is mainly just going to be a bunch of explaining what the series is going to be about and moving along through the very first season of this franchise, because we are basically just going to kind of fly by the first season. Normally in most of my franchises, I really don't like playing the first season because I do like picking really crappy teams and teams that are obviously not going to make the playoffs. So I don't really see a reason in going through a very, very kind of grudging first season that is not really that entertaining. I'd like to skip to the good stuff. So we are simming the first season along with going through the draft in this episode, as well as free agency. In free agency, I'm just going to kind of spoil it a little bit. We don't really pick up that much because obviously we want to save cap for when our better players develop into, superstars, when they get up there in the high 80s, maybe low 90s if all goes well. So we're going to, we kind of got to hold some cap room for that. I've learned from other YouTubers such as, well, actually, I don't think now is the time to plug other YouTubers. Maybe another time. But for now, we are just going to explain what the format of these videos are going to be, because this first episode is mainly just getting on our feet and simming the first season. And yes, there will be gameplay in this franchise, obviously, but it's not going to be as much as maybe my Chicago Bears franchise that I did earlier on in the year. This is mainly just going to be a sim-style franchise. It's mostly going to be looking over trades, looking over players, and doing a lot of scouting. This is also going to be a live commentary for the rest of the series, up until when we actually do play games, because I think it's easier to post commentary over games instead of live commentary. I think it just comes out a little more smooth and the video quality is a little better. But mainly this is just going to be a live commentary style of videos, which is kind of hard for me because I'm not that good at live commentary. But that's basically the format of this series and how we're going to do it. Each episode is going to be around 15 minutes long. Mostly all live commentary, going through scouting, going through trades, always looking at possible trades to improve our team in this franchise. But other than that, we might play a game here and there in each episode. That will be post commentary, as I said. But without further ado, we should actually get into the things that are occurring in this video, because that's the more important part. We are just re-signing players. Well, currently on this on the screen, we are re-signing Geno Smith. Oh man, I'm having a really bad time with pronunciation right now. But we're re-signing Geno Smith. A real reason we're doing so is because I like his speed and his short accuracy isn't half bad. It's an 82. He has good throwing power. Or is that throwing run? I can't see from here. But we're moving on to the Cowboys at the top of the NFL at 16-0. I don't really know about that. Their team is the best team in the game, obviously, but I don't think they're good enough to go 16-0, especially after losing to the Giants twice in the regular season. But this is Madden, so I guess we'll give them a bye on that. But they're 16-0, looking to be the first 19-0 team in history, first team to go undefeated ever in the NFL. Can they do it? Well, we will learn extremely soon as we wait for it to cut. Yeah, this is a very rushed video. I'm actually doing this inside of a car so I don't really disturb anyone inside my house. I'm doing it inside the car that's parked in the garage. So that's why this is not as good of a quality, because normally I will, kind of do a couple takes and see where we go from there. But I really don't have time for that. This video actually was supposed to come out yesterday, because if you check my upload schedule, I'm supposed to have videos out on Wednesdays. But that obviously didn't happen, and I don't really know. But we're just gonna check out the stats real quick. I think this is individual player stats, or it might be the whole NFL. No, this is individual player stats. That's how both players did. Also, I am not bringing back Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's way too old, and he's a really crappy quarterback. We also won't be bringing back Matt Forte. We actually ended up releasing him in the middle of the season and, re-signing him, so he only had one more season remaining. I didn't want him under contract for that long, and it also frees up cap room a little bit, which is kind of a cheap way to free up cap room and also trade away players. But what can you do? I mean, we are always trying to save cap room in this franchise, but I think after this scene, yeah, we are looking over the divisional round games, and it looks like the Chargers, who we just recently moved to LA, as a Charger fan, that is very, very disheartening. Which actually, I'm going to make a video about that tomorrow. That's going to be coming around noon, or maybe actually early morning. That's going to be the video for Miscellaneous Friday, which is a little bit of a spoiler alert, which not really, because no one ever watches these videos. But Dak Prescott throws for almost 5,000 yards, and Aaron Rodgers does, which is, understandable. But Blake Bortles also, he actually throws for 5,000 yards, and this is how you know it's a video game, because Todd Gurley is still good. He had a horrible season this year. Hopefully he can have a rebound season. He was on my fantasy team I think 2 years ago in his rookie year, and he was a beast, but this season obviously it wasn't that bad. Adrian Peterson made it over 1,000 yards this season, so that's pretty cool to watch. And Terrence Williams is Demaryius Thomas is the receiving yards leader. Julio Jones was second. Jordy Nelson was third. And I was a little confused at the receptions. I thought that meant overall. And I'm like, why is he 99 overall? Like, this is crazy. But he's actually a 92 plus 2. So that's pretty good. And Antonio Brown was pretty far down in this year's receiving category. But we are looking at the AFC Championship game now. The Pittsburgh Steelers defeat the New England Patriots, I think 45-31. And the Arizona Cardinals lose to the Dallas Cowboys, so that sets up a Steelers-Cowboys Super Bowl not rematch, but it sets up a Super Bowl between two teams that have really good Super Bowl success, as they have a bunch of rings. I think they're the top two teams. I shouldn't even be an NFL fan if I don't know that, but we're just gonna go in showing some re-signing of our players. We are not re-signing Darrelle Revis, obviously. He's another guy that we release and then re-sign, because I didn't want a 30-something-year-old, 79 overall on our team. I'd rather just go out in free agency and do so, which is what is occurring right now. We're getting Carlos Williams, who will be a really solid number 2 running back. I think we'll incorporate him a lot into this season, as we're going to have probably a dual running back system, and these are the wide receivers that we are picking up. Our wide receiving core is lacking a lot. So we really want to pick up Kenny Stills, and we are definitely lowballing all these players. And then if they don't accept, then they're obviously going to raise the price of what we're giving them. But this is a really, really good pickup, I think. We want a speedy receiver. He has really good acceleration. He can also return kicks, which is what he's going to be doing this season. And Cordero Patterson is a really good receiver. He's not really a really good receiver, but he would work great out of the slot. I am actually predicting that he will have over 1,000-yard season, because the way I play, I might play some games off screen too, but the way I play, I throw a lot to the slot receiver, because it's always good to check down underneath if you have a really good short pass quarterback, which we are going to see later on in this video as we head closer to the draft. You saw my draft prospects earlier, and here we are, kind of increasing the price for Kenny Stills just a little bit over the 49ers. And these are players going into the draft. Actually, they are not, because we are going to cut to some more free agent signings, which is going to be a tight end. Not tight end. That's a little bit later. We are going to cut to Marquise Goodwin, who has really great speed and acceleration. He's also an Olympian. Well, he was an Olympian in 2012, did not make it in 2016. I'm a really big track and field guy. But this is our tight end that we are signing, Larry Donald. But I like Marquise Goodwin because we run a lot of 5-wide sets. Well, I run a lot of 5-wide sets, and I think it'd be good to have a really good deep threat burning all the cornerbacks when they play man-to-man coverage. So this is our draft board that we are looking at heading into the NFL draft. Our top guy is actually not that wide receiver. Our top guy is this guy, AC Law. The other guy, I think he's a more complete passer, but I like Law because he's a little bit faster after seeing his combine grades, and I think he would work better in our West Coast / run-heavy style offense. I think he has good short pass as well as the other guy, and we're just kind of scrolling over some players. I don't really know what we're doing, but this is my biggest prospect on this entire draft board. which is actually way down here once I get to it. But this is Bailey Steed. I think that's what his name is. Bailey Steed. When I did live commentary for this, but I didn't have time to edit the live commentary in with this. So that's why I'm doing post commentary right now. But I could not say his name right in the live commentary, but it's Bailey Steed, and he is incredible. He had a 7.2 combine grade. He has really good ball carry vision, really good juking, and he's super fast, which is absolutely amazing. And right here, I was hoping the Cleveland Browns would pick one quarterback over the other, because at the time, I was really debating who I wanted, Carney or Law. But I decided to go with Law, maybe because he's blacker. I don't know. Is that racist? Let me know in the comment. But he is 76 overall with normal development. It says that I reached, but I honestly don't think we did, because he would have probably gone in the next couple picks. I was trying to trade down, but I didn't really get any good trade down offers. So I just decided to pick up the quarterback here, because if I had traded down to number 10, I think he would have gone, because there's plenty of teams that are looking for a quarterback, and there are two really good quarterbacks in this draft. But here is where we pick up the man, the myth, the legend, Bailey Steed. Once I draft him. Hurry up and draft him. Come on, me. We don't have all day here. But there we are. He has superstar development. He's a 79 overall already. He, I think, is the number 2, something like that, draft pick in this draft. Well, overall in this draft. We pick him at 24. This is absolutely amazing. And once we actually throw him into our chemistry style, I said it so it's kind of built towards him. We are running a run-heavy offense, which I might change to West Coast later on, because I really like running those shotgun sets, and I don't really think you get that in the run-heavy. It's obviously a lot of run plays, but I like West Coast a little more, so I might change my formation to West Coast. But here are a couple other draft picks. This right tackle is actually going to be our starter. Our blocking, our center, our right guard, etc. Our offensive line. I don't know why I couldn't find that word, but those guys, they're not really the best. So we have to do with a 71 overall right tackle, which is our lowest overall starter by far. But AC Law will be the quarterback of the future. Hopefully, he will do great things for our team and lead this team to multiple championships, bring a title to New York, other than the Giants. But this is basically going to wrap up this video. I think I'm just going to show my lineup towards the end of the video. And if this video seems a little bit off, this is my normal personality kind of showing in these videos, because I really try to be more professional with these videos, but I am really rushing this right now. So, video tomorrow. This is Volcanic Gaming, and I will be signing out.